It is the second round of the social tournament of Empoli, and this time I'm playing against my friend. Since I joined the chess club more than 1 year ago, we became friends and rivals, so I really want to beat him. Last year we played the same tournament and he won. Last year he was stronger than me, but now things are different and I'm playing for the win. And for this reason, I prepped. This is my first time that I actually prep for a chess game, because I mean it's the only time that I basically had the chance. Usually you don't know what is your opponent, you don't know his chess account, so you don't know what he plays. I mean, we're going to the same chess club, we played a lot of times, so I know what he plays and I had the chance to prep. And in this video you're going to see the importance of prep and the difference between a good and a bad prep. So first of all, I had to say, I'm really happy with my prep. It was really clever by me. I know that he's an e4 player, so he just play e4, and I play e6, the French, obviously. Against the French, I know for the fact that he just plays one move, one certain opening, so it's not hard to prep. I just have to find something against it. The problem is that the opening he plays is really difficult, and I always have problem against it. d4, d5, and now e5, the advanced variation of the French. But after I play c5, he doesn't play c3. He goes for knight on f3. Now, knight on f3 is not really imprecise. It's a theory move. And this is actually called the Ninzovic system. If you watch Narodisky videos, this is the line that he plays a lot of times against the French. And it is a really tricky line. And if you don't know theory, it's going to be really difficult to play. For example, now let's say you take, or you don't, let's say you play knight on c6, like 99% of people are going to play knight on c6, you play bishop on d3, and now you take. White is down a pawn temporarily, but after the castle, and you need to develop, you play, I don't know, knight g on e7, something like that. You could also play bishop on d7, and they play, I don't know, rook on e1, or it says bishop on f4, then you maneuver the knight this way, and I mean, you play bishop on e7, it can be difficult pretty fast. They just maneuver the knight this way, and they have ideas of h4, h5, so for black, it is not easy to defend. Like, they are certainly going to win the pawn back, and it is going to be a difficult position to play, especially if you don't know theory. So going back, and yeah, as I said, this is the Ninzovic system. There is a slightly difference though, and this is what I prepped. You can take this pawn first, which I mean, doesn't make a lot of difference. He's going to play bishop on d3 because it's what he plays, and now everyone just plays knight on c6. Everyone. Even at, I guess, level is the most played move, but that's where prep comes. Because at this point, I want to try to play something that he probably have never seen and that he can be tricky. And luckily, I saw that there was a move that has been played just a few times at high levels, but black has a really high winning percentage. And the move I played in this position was knight on d7. And I'm really happy about this move, because first of all, he has never seen this. Like, no way. No one is going to play this unless they know what they're doing. For the untrained eye, this is not just a free pawn, because after that I win this, and if I can win this pawn, it was pretty strong. I traded this pawn for my weak double pawn. Let's say the castle, I can just develop the knight on f6, play bishop on d6, castle. I have zero problems, I still have a pawn. So they can't really take this pawn. And another advantage of doing this is that my plan is playing knight on e7 and knight on c6. So double pressure on this pawn, which never happens in a position with knight on c6. And the other advantage is that I don't have a knight on the square, for example. I don't have to play this and this. And I'm going to show you what that means pretty soon. So the castle, and I played knight on e7. Now, I know that in this position he plays bishop on f4 or rook on e1. Doesn't really make a ton of difference. I mean, it does make difference, but he just plays these two moves. So if he just plays rook on e1 and bishop on f4, the order doesn't really matter. So the order matters if he doesn't play one of these. So he plays rook on e1, and now he has a point because he's threatening to take, and this is defended now. But my point is that I can play knight on c6. So that's defended and that's attacked 2 times. For this reason, he decided to play bishop on f4. Now, bishop on f4 is not the best move. In this position, it's much better to play knight bd2. And we enter a really tricky position. But usually after they play these, I can play something like queen on c7. You might win the pawn back, might not. It's going to be difficult to play, and that's the best way for white to play. But after they play this, which is still playable, I can play bishop on e7, and bishop on e7 has a point. Bishop on e7 has a point. Now you can basically play 2 things, which are difficult to see if you don't know theory. Like, I'm sure that this is the first time we are playing this position because no one plays knight on d7. And now he has to play h3 or h4. Now, h4 to the untrained eye blunder a piece. But after this pawn is undefendable. But if you have never seen this position, you're not going to play h4. So you might play h3, but it's kind of slow. You want to win this pawn back. So it's logical to play knight b on d2. And I looked at this line because I thought this was a really logical move to play. If you don't know theory, you might play this. And black is winning. And I knew this line. I saw this and I knew that black is winning. The point of playing bishop on e7 is that I can play g5. g5 is a crazy move. g5 is just crazy. So the bishop has only 1 square, and that's not my point. The bishop has to move back. But playing knight bd2, you blunder the fact that this knight has no escape squares. So I can play g4. g4, the knight can't run away. He take. I take, I'm up a full piece. And queen take. And now, that's where I want to talk about good and bad prep. Like, this prep was fantastic, okay? I'm up a piece in the opening. I play perfectly. I played all the good moves. It took me 3 days to prep all the stuff. So I'm pretty happy about this. The problem is that, and this was a big mistake by me, I just know the moves, but I don't know how to play the middle games. What I should do is like take this position and play it against a computer to say at least I can do something in this position. Because it's true that I'm up a piece, but I'm not going to castle, as you can see. Queen on g7 is coming, and I have to play rook on f8, is going to win another pawn. This bishop is coming, this bishop is coming, this knight is coming, he has these ideas. I mean, someone might also think this is winning for white. This is a really complicated position to play as black. Despite the fact that I'm up piece, it is really complicated to play. And there is another problem now that I forgot what is the move now. Because I didn't really look at this line. I mean, I thought it wouldn't blunder a piece with 60 minutes, but what can I say? You're bad, my friend. And yeah, so in this position, I have 2 ideas. Queen on b6 or knight on c6. Because, I mean, the knight is under attack. I have to do something about that. I didn't play queen on b6. I think because I was scared about all the stuff. Like, I wasn't sure if this was the move or this was the move. So, just to be safe, I decided to play knight on c6. Now, knight on c6 is kind of stupid by me. Because what I need to do now is just develop. I don't have time to the pieces. He has a really strong attack going on. I can't play a wrong move. And I played a wrong move. And that's bad. I mean, black still has an advantage, but after queen on g7, which he played, Good luck. Like, that's another position to play. I have this king on e8. I'm far, like, 3 moves from castling long. It's really difficult. He wins another pawn. Now, I'm up a piece for 2 pawns. White has a really good attack going on. My pieces are bad. So again, I threw away my advantage because I didn't know how to play this. I should have played queen of b6. But it's not the end. It's not the end. I mean, I still up a piece. If I can manage to castle long, I'm supposed to win. So I play knight on c5, and knight on c5 has a point. I want to play bishop on d7, develop the queen somewhere, and then castle long. Now I play this move, which is interesting. Then to play bishop on h6. What he missed though is the fact that my rook is not really under attack. So yeah, you bring an attacker, but doesn't make a lot, in my opinion. Now the best move is playing king on d7. I thought about it. I thought it made no sense. Like after that I can't even move the bishop. And as you see, this is a really complicated position. This is a position where even a title player, non-title player, might easily make a mistake. It's such a computer position, you know, it's difficult to play, so you really need to understand the middle game. So I played bishop on d7, which is playable. I mean, what else am I supposed to do? Yeah, this was a mistake. I knew that. Like, you're not really attacking my rook. Let's say I move something. You move the queen on, I don't know, on g4 or on g3. I just play rook on h1, on h8. The bishop is under attack. If you go back, I castle long. Let's say I move the queen. I just castle long. So I move the queen, attacking this pawn. And now he plays bishop on g8. Now bishop on g8, I knew it was bad. Bishop on g8 is good that you win a pawn. But after long castle, I mean, I'm safe. I have 0 problems. Now my king is actually safe. You're just playing with 3 pieces and I still up a piece. And he took the pawn. And now I miss my chance to win. I thought this move didn't make a lot of sense. I saw a better move, or a move that I thought it was better. I had bishop on e8. Bishop on e8 you have to trade. And after that, I have a good attack going on. If you move the queen, I just move the rook, so I don't have to be scared. The move I found, I thought was winning. So I played knight on d4. Knight on d4, I thought it was winning. I was sure it was winning. You know why? Because not only I'm threatening a fork, I'm threatening to get on f5, winning this, and then I win the bishop. And now he plays bishop on g6, which is a mistake apparently. If I find bishop on e8 again, now this is under attack, so bishop on e8 makes sense. But after bishop on e8, I thought, what happens after I play this? Knight take, pawn take, and now what? This bishop is bad. This rook doesn't make a lot of sense after the bishop is dead, so I need to bring the bishop back probably. I miss the fact that there is just knight on f5. I played and I mean I have a really strong attack going on. I'm bad. I'm just bad, honestly. So yeah, I thought about bishop on e8, but I decided not to play it. And I thought the move I played was stronger. I played rook on g8. Rook on g8 gives away all the advantage. Now, before you scream, you blunder the piece. Wait a second, that wasn't the point. If you take, I win the bishop. So, I mean, you pretty much have to take. What are you going to do? Move the queen? I don't know. You pretty much have to take. What I miss though is that after you take, and I miss this move, what can I say, guys? I'm bad. It's bishop on e3, and I didn't really miss the fact that he can attack the knight. I miss the fact that this knight can't move because this falls. And that's why white gained all the advantage back. The move now is knight on e2. Is knight on e2? I'm supposed to see knight on e2? Rook take and what? d4? Bishop take? Rook takes g2 check? What the fuck was that? I didn't see it. Yeah, I thought this was a really bad position actually for me, because as I said, I can't really move the knight after he takes the knight and I don't like the pawns. And how about taking on c2? Bishop take, I take the rook. I guess rook take, and then I can win the pawn. It's not so easy. It's also up material. So instead of going for that, I thought I played a really clever move. Which is playable somehow. Somehow is playable. I played rook on g8. And I mean, it's playable. It's kinda playable. Rook on g8 at the point. Because if you take, I take, the king can't go there because this is mate. In my mind. But if you think about it, after you take, which I mean, he decided to take. After they take this and it goes there, this is not mate, this is defended 2 times by the rooks. And I didn't think about that. I felt really bad. This was... I can't even explain it. Now, we are playing really late, like after dinner it was like 9:30 p.m. I mean, if I play after dinner, I can't think, I'm just stupid. I play really badly, but that's too much. Like, I mean, we have 60 minutes to think. I know there is not increment, but I spent a ton of time thinking about this move, 10 or 15 minutes. And for some reason, I blundered this. Yeah, and I saw a video, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, where they say in a really complicated position, like you think so much that you blundered the most easy stuff. But yeah, that's annoying. I mean, I don't care if that happens, it's just annoying. And I had another point that if you go this way, and there is this check and I win the queen, obviously sees that. And it's not that bad. And yeah, so I took king goes there. Now, I'm down like 2 or 3 pawns, but I have still some hope. Because if I can do something with this diagonal, I might even win. Now, that is going to be difficult. And I found pretty much the only move, which is knight on e4. Now, knight on e4 looks like make no sense. And down a lot of pawns, I'm trading material and I'm also giving a pawn. But if knight take, I take a rook take. Well, if you take with the rook, I guess this wins. That's what I saw. Yeah, this wins. Yeah, so you can take with the rook. And that's the position. And by the way, you pretty much have to take the knight. I think that I need to take this. I mean, it's going to be difficult. So you have to take the knight, I take. And now, what do you do? Because my threat is still playing this. And it's complicated. It's really complicated actually. Let's say you play a random move. Rook on d1. I have an advantage. Now I play e3. Bishop on c6. I mean, it's not an advantage. It's mate in 8. So you need to be pretty careful. You saw that, so for this reason I played the rook on g1. I saw the rook on g1, and I thought I had a lot of drawing chance. Because, I mean, now, first of all, I need to take the first pair. Can't really do too much about that. And he take. Now I thought about playing rook on e8, or just trading rooks, and then winning the pawn. If I play rook on e8, queen moves somewhere, take, and I play bishop on c6. Let's see. Take, bishop on c6. That was my plan. But he's losing. And, I mean, I didn't see why it was losing. But I felt it was losing. there had to be a way to be losing. Yeah, first of all, there is just bishop on e3. Yeah. Bishop on e3 just blocked this pawn, as simple as that. Which obviously I missed. But luckily I got clever this time. Finally some experience. Is going to be useful. 99% of the time the simple moves gives you more hope. The simple moves is just taking. And it gives me hope because after that, yeah. And I win the pawn. And there is a nice chance that we go into an opposite color bishop endgame. Now these endgames are quite easy to draw usually, even if you're down 2 pawns, so I have hope. And he decided to play this. Queen on c5, trading queens. After he did that, I thought he threw his advantage away. I mean, you still have a slight advantage, but it's an opposite color bishop endgame. It's really difficult to win this. And I thought about this position a lot, like 15 minutes. And I thought it was a draw. It is, if you play correctly. So now I played a6. Because, I mean, this pawn was under attack. This pawn is defended. And I have a point. In my mind, is a draw because, first of all, this pawn is going to be blocked by my king. As simple as that. This is defended. All of my pawns are on light squares, so this bishop is useless. The only thing he can do, just go there and try to promote the pawn. But if I have the king on h7, it's a draw. Because this bishop does nothing. And I can just shuffle the bishop this way, defending every pawns I have. Could also shuffle the king eventually. So this bishop defends everything. For this reason I thought this was a draw. And I was right, but it's not so easy. King on d8, king on g3, and I missed an idea that white has. So I'm still trying to take some space. Obviously this was under attack, so I had to defend it. And I missed the fact that he can go on h6. If you play king on h6, it's not so easy, and your plan makes sense. You want to develop the bishop this way, push the pawn, move the king, and promote. Makes sense. And he didn't play this, but I looked at this on the computer and it still says it's a draw. He played this. But this just allowed me to play king on g7. And my point is that if I can put my king on h7, it is a draw. Now this doesn't make a difference now. Can do that. In the future, yeah, king on h7, this is it though, there is no way I can lose this, absolutely no way. You know why? Because this bishop just defends everything, and this pawn is a 2 against 2, you can't do anything. I'm just defending and just shuffling the bishop, there is absolutely nothing you can do, and I was really happy about finding this. This is just a fortress. It's just a fortress. You can push your pawns. You know what I can do? Absolutely nothing. I can do nothing. I can just shuffle and you have no way through. Now he's giving me this pawn because if he takes, he has some chance, but I'm certainly not playing for a win, so I don't care about this pawn. I can just play this. And I can keep doing this stuff. You have absolutely nothing, and in this position we repeated, and this was a draw. You didn't think about this result, do you? But yeah, what can I say about this game? This game was crazy difficult. I think it was a good game from both sides. I mean, he played really well. He played with 94% accuracy. I played with 91%. We played pretty well, except for the last part, my brain was just, I couldn't play, so, but yeah, that's not a problem about prep, that's a problem about my brain, it's different. It's not even a problem about thinking about not using my time, because I use my time. I didn't even think I was winning because it was a really difficult position to play. A lot of times I was really scared I was losing, so yeah, that wasn't a problem. I just played badly at a certain point, but prep is really important, guys, as you can see. if you prep well, you have a winning position from the start. And that feels really good because I studied this, and after I see the results, that they pay off, feels really good. Then after I play, I mean, after computer stop playing and I play my moves, obviously it's going to be pretty bad. Yeah, but another thing about prep is that if you see the position you get in is really difficult, if you think it's a position you can't play without knowing it, just play some games against the computer so at least you know how to deal against the main problems. That's important, otherwise it doesn't make a lot of sense to prep. My mistake, next time I'm going to do that, so I learned something, that's important. I take that though, and I mean, I'm 1.5 out of 2. Fair enough, I'm looking to win the next games, so see you guys with the next video.